Hello, happy, what is this, Saturday? Happy Saturday, everybody. But I come to you guys with an earlier video than I planned on doing due to the simple fact that this morning, most of you guys, like myself, found out that singer Amy Winehouse passed away at 27 years old. And I must say, it saddens me that she's gone because she... whether you agree with my assessment of her as a person or not, I still think that she was a great artist, and I loved her first album. I didn't know until today she actually had a second album, but I really loved Amy's music. Now, some people, you know, we lose people all the time. You know, that's inevitable. And the reason why I called this video "Falling Stars" is because of the simple fact that we lose people often quicker than we plan on, and well, not necessarily planning, because you never plan on losing nobody, but earlier than you expected. She was only 27. As you guys know, this year will mark Aaliyah's 10th anniversary of her death, which was August 25th. And you guys know I am a huge Aaliyah fan, no matter, hence the hair, no matter how you spin it, that is my hair inspiration for the rest of my life, because her hair was always done. But just not even that, just as a great person and an inspiration to other people. She's definitely, through her music, helped me, you know, just like a lot of other artists that I've loved. Also, we just recently lost Ruth Handler's husband, who was actually the co-founder of Micheal and Barbie. He died at 95 the other day. So yeah, you know, it's just Ruth Handler, the creator of Barbie, her husband that passed away. But you know, we lose people. He lived a full life. You know, that's understandable. Amy, on the other hand, did not, and it's sad. But it saddens me even more that on Twitter and Facebook, people are making jokes or cracking jokes about someone's child who's no longer here. You know, whether you agree with how she lived her life, whether you agree with the drug of choice she used, whether you like her music or you don't, it's still just disrespectful when I hear people talk about the deceased like they're just nothing. You know, it's just like I have an opinion about a lot of stuff, but what I will say is I do not like to hear people disrespect the deceased, because they're not here to defend themselves, you know, no matter what the situation may be. It saddens me that us as society feel like that's okay. Like, oh, she's dead, so what? So what's next? Who's follow Friday? You know, it's just like, wow. I'm not asking you to just go on and on about it, or, you know, feel bad about it because you didn't know her personally, but it still does not negate the fact that she's a human being that was here, that was living, that was born, that was from parents. You know, that type of situation. You know, you guys have to understand, and not everybody did this, but it was a few people on Twitter who felt the need to just be very disrespectful at that point in time and say very unnecessary things in regards to her and her passing. Another person that I've heard people just, you know, and the people had their opinions about this too when they said that Osama bin Laden was dead. Now, although he was a bad man, they say, and he did this and he did that, and there was evidence that he did do this and he did do that, it's still, you don't celebrate death. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. You don't celebrate people's death. You celebrate their life. You know, although he was a man who had a lot of shit going on and he did a lot of unsavory things to a lot of people, it still doesn't give you the right to celebrate his demise, if that makes any sense, you know. And a lot of this comes from people who believe in certain beliefs, which I'm not going to even go there within this video, but they believe in certain things, but they don't practice what they preach. You know, and you know who you are. You know, you don't practice what you preach, and it's just disrespectful. Respect the people who are not here. Respect the fact that they've made not so great choices in their life. You know, we put it like that, not so great choices, because from a individual like myself, I grew up in the inner city. A lot of people that I grew up with are now drug addicts. A lot of people that I seen that were older than me coming up now do drugs now. And although it's sad to see, I don't judge them, because that's something that they personally are going through and they're battling with. Anybody who knows anything about addiction knows the fact that that's not something that just is a fly-by-night individual type thing. This happens to a lot of people in the world, where they get addicted to these things and they think one hit is not going to do nothing, and 20 years later they're still doing the same stuff. So remember that this is an ongoing battle. Drug addicts are like us with food. When we get hungry, we have cravings for food. They crave drugs. They crave heroin. They crave weed. They crave, and I don't want to hear nobody talking about, well, weed ain't a drug. A bitch is a drug, because you can't get a job if you smoke that shit. So yes, it's a drug. Call it what you want. But only a druggie would say some shit like that. So watch the comments below. But other than that, I mean, I just wanted to come to you guys real quick and state that fact. Like, just watch what you say about people, and watch the things that you make fun of, because you never know. Who is this? Oh, you never know when that could be you, and you want somebody to take pity upon you or feel where you coming from, or a family member, or your kids one day. Just remember that. Okay, because karma is a bitch, and it's very real, and it will so come back on you, and it's gonna come back on you in a way you ain't gonna never forget. So remember that too. Watch what you say about certain people and the things that they do. This is not just about Amy. This is just about celebrities. I don't know why people give celebrities, you put them on a pedestal, then you beat them down, and then when something happens to them, you feel like it's a mockery. Like, these are humans, okay? They eat, sleep, and shit just like you. They have families. They go through stuff. You know, everybody, just because you're in the limelight, that doesn't mean that all things that are bad are now no longer going to affect you. Or, no, there are more drug addicts in the music industry than there are on the streets. It's just something and some things that certain people do that they live to regret. And we are not here to beat them down or judge them based on that. We're here to uplift them and help them through it. And I think if it was more people helping Amy through her situation, her sobriety, she probably would still be here. You know, if it wasn't so many people telling her, well, you know, people don't take you seriously because you're a drug addict, or you know that people don't do this. You know, we're so used as a society to beat each other down to the point where it's like, well, what's the point of me even trying? They don't take me seriously. They don't care. I don't care. So what's the point? Why? You know, it's that type of situation, and we need to learn how to support each other and stop disrespecting certain people. I come on here and I talk about Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, all of these people, but at the end of the day, I still give them props, where they're not going to feel, if they do come across one of these videos, that I just totally hate their guts. Whether my opinion or anybody else's opinion on the internet matters, I still give props to those who deserve it. Some people just simply, the bitch is horrible. She's gonna die. You know, like, I've seen people just say disrespectful things about Micheal, about Elvis, about, I'm about to say Cindy Lauper. Cindy Lauper is alive and kicking. Shout out to Cindy, Marilyn Monroe, and Nicole Smith. All of these people who have passed away, Dorothy Dandridge, all of these people have passed away from drugs. You know, drugs. Whether there were inflicted drugs, drugs of choice, whatever the situation is, these people have passed away from drugs, and people feel the need to make fun of it. Like it's just okay. And we gotta learn, you guys, it's not always fun and games, because the very person that you make fun of, you could be in their situation one day. It's okay to make, if you make a joke about somebody's record sales, you know, Sierra, you know, like that, you know, it's just, Sierra ain't hurting right now. Sierra's in LA getting photographed by everybody on Kitson Boulevard. She's good. But I would never make fun or think it was okay to make fun of the fact that Bobby Brown has been through, you know, I call Whitney Houston a crackhead all the time. The reason being is because I feel that Whitney is so above that, you know, and it's just, I mean, it's not correct in what I'm doing neither. I will not sit up here and try to defend myself. It's not correct in what I do neither, and I need to work on that. But I'm human just like the next person, and that's the reason for me doing this video. But I think if people were just not even just us, because there's just only so much as an audience that we can do. This video, like I said before, ain't gonna change the world. But there's only so much as people that we can do, but it's just people within their circle that needs to kind of say, you know what, that's not necessarily the best thing for you to do at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you should get some help. You know, some people are just enablers, and they want to get their cut of what they want to get of, and then it is what it is. You know, so yeah, just, I mean, when people die, show some remorse. Because somebody in your family is going to die one day. You're going to die one day. And even if you make not the best of decisions in your life, you don't want people disrespecting you when you're long and gone and you're not even here no more. Body is cold as ever. You know? So just, you guys, watch what you do. You watch what you say, because you never know how it can come back to you. Okay? And on that note, I'm about to go get dressed so I can go out and stuff. And I got to go get my eyebrows done. Yeah.